Today I'll show you a couple striking combos and striking counters that I love to do when I'm fighting, and that it's worked very well for me. So I will start to show you jab counters. The power of a jab comes by your back leg. So when you throw a jab, it's very important to be loose on your foot. So first of all, okay, I keep my hands up in all time. What I'm gonna do, when David's gonna throw me a jab, I'm just gonna pat it like this. And then I'm gonna step in and then and jab. So I'll do it regular speed. Very important too, when you land a jab, your elbow have to stay in, like this. If you're doing this, your opponent will see it coming. So when I throw a jab, it's very important. I have to be loose and quick. Now I'll show you another good technique against somebody taller than you, somebody who got the reach advantage. With this technique that I'm gonna show you right now, it's good because you duck under and you close the distance against your opponent. So like that, you have you can use a smaller reach to hit him. So very important, you keep your hands up in all time, very loose on your foot, and when you duck under, when the jab is coming, you duck under, you keep your hands up and you keep your eyes looking at him. So you just duck under like this. You don't turn your body this way, just a little bit, you see? When you duck under, you keep your eyes, you keep looking at him. You just duck under like this, you keep your hands up to the same place. You don't do it like this, very important. You just duck under and come back with a right hand. The right hand, you want your right hand touch your opponent's chin. So I'm like this, when he threw, I just duck under and boom, counter punch with the right hand. The power come off my hips and my foot on the ground. So I'm here. I'm looking for to hit on the chin my opponent, okay? Not on the nose, not on the forehead, the chin. Even the neck, if I can, I'm looking for his neck. When I'm looking for his neck, I'm gonna hit his chin. I'm right here, and don't forget at the end, the little movement of your wrist. I'll show you a third option against a jab. The third one, you have to use your legs. Hands up, very loose, always very loose. It's very important. If you're stiff when you land a shot, you're going nowhere. So very loose, like that you have the speed advantage. All right, when the jab is coming, you land a leg kick, but inside your opponent's legs, right here. You hit with your shin, not with your foot. And your hips and your leg have to make one. You don't kick like this. You kick with all your hips. Your hips have to turn. This hand coming up to protect your chin, and this hand coming down to give you the swing. So it's like a duck under in the same time. So when the jab is coming, you just boom and come back with the right hand. The right hand, we see it before. Don't forget the little twist at the hand. So you're here when the jab is coming. Boom, boom. Another of my favorite technique is it's called the Urogiri. It's a basic Kyokushin karate technique. For you, it's a spinning back kick. Very important thing, before doing this, you have to set it up with a jab first. Because if you don't set it up with a jab, you turn your back on your opponent so you can get knocked out. Very important, hands up. When you throw a jab first, and then when you go for the spinning back kick, your eyes have to come first. When your eyes come first, your knee have to stay in, not out. The power come off from this area. It's like a horse. When a horse kick, it's like this. It's very powerful. It's from the hamstring. So when I turn here, my eyes come first and I kick exactly like a horse. I kick with my heel. Boom! And then I turn, hands up. I'll do it faster. Throw a jab, boom. Boom. The mistake everybody is doing, they're doing this. You know, the foot go a little bit too much outside. Look at my knee stay inside, doesn't go outside. That's how you're gonna have more speed. And don't do this before you're doing this technique. Just stay normal, throw a normal jab, boom. Very important when you land your spinning back kick. Don't try to go too far, because if you go too far and you miss, you fall unbalanced. What's hurt your opponent is the snap. So it's like a punch. You punch and you come back. It's the same thing with a kick. When you have your maximum reach, you come back. So I'm here. I don't try to push my opponent. You see? I just hit and I come back. That's what hurt. I'm here. I land a jab. Boom! I come back right away. Sometimes when you're going to land a spinning back kick, your opponent lowers his hands because he's waiting for it, especially if you did it during the fight. So what you can do, if he's waiting for that, same thing, you throw a jab, and when you turn, you think you're going for a spinning back kick, but you're going for a spinning back fist. So when you turn, your hand have to be like this, not like that. Like that is in kickboxing, they use it like this. But in MMA, in kickboxing it's illegal to do it like this, but in MMA it is. It's legal, so I want you to do it like this, because what's happened, sometimes you don't catch your opponent, you don't hit your opponent with the hammer fist, you can hit him with the forearm. And if you're like this, you can cut him more easily, because your bone is right there. It's like a razor blade. Boom. And when you turn, very important, when you turn, this hand have to stay up, because when you finish, you're going on the side a little bit, and you need a protection against a counter punch. And then after you step back and you can come back to your position. This technique works too when your opponent is coming at you. Sometimes you don't have to chasing him. It's good when your opponent is against a corner. When he's trapped against a corner, you know he's going nowhere, so he can't back up and counter puncher you. So you're like this, you throw a jab, very loose, and then you finish with a hammer fist, a back fist. The other technique I'll show you, it's a counter to the spinning back kick and the spinning back fist. A lot of people, when they see the spinning back kick or spinning back fist coming, they just step out. But the key is not step out, because when you step out, it's hard to come back and counter punch your opponent. You have to, if you know he's going for that, you have to use it to your own advantage to counter punch for him. First of all, always keep your hands up, and when you know the spinning back kick is coming, you don't step out. You just step on the side and you wait for your opponent touch the ground, and you wait for your opponent land his kick, and then boom, you connect with the right hand. And don't forget, like I said at the end, the little snap. That's what it's make a knockout. Boom. Right on the jaw, because you can't hit behind the head. Right on the jaw, right here, on the throat. Boom. Don't forget the little snap at the end. Bang! I'll show you another option to counter your opponent back kick or back fist. This one is a little bit more advanced, because you take more risk in doing this. When you know your opponent is going for a back kick or a back fist, you keep your hands up and all the time. This one is the most important one. You have to keep his hands up even when you're gonna kick. So you're here, very loose. When the kick is coming right away, you kick your opponent butt like this, boom, and you kick with the palm of your foot, and all the power is coming from your hips. Just don't do this. Don't do it like this. Look at my hips. My hips is here, and boom. When he's doing his motion, right away, boom. What's gonna happen is don't do it during sparring because it's a very dangerous technique. Because you can injure your opponent lower back here. You can injure his hips. It doesn't look that bad, but if you have the right timing and if you're doing well, don't do it at sparring, you know. It's a dangerous technique. So I'm right here when he's going for his motion and boom, right away. Keep my hands up because sometimes what can happen is doing, but I can miss. And if he's doing for a spinning back fist, if my hands are low, vas-y un spinning back fist. Ouais. I can slip, and boom, he can catch me. I can miss it, you know, because I can slip on his hips. But if I'm doing well, keep my hands up, boom. And when I kick, my hips come forward, and I step forward after. All right? I'll show you some of my favorite takedown from the wrestling clinch, and when I put my opponent against the cage, we'll work it out with David the Crow Loiseau, and then after I'll show you some drill. Then you can work with your training partner or a friend to develop your takedown or takedown defense. Right now, I'm gonna show you a takedown techniques from the wrestling clinch. It's an arm drag followed by a single leg attack. Very important, first of all, when you're in the wrestling clinch, you have to push your opponent forward. When he's pushing you back, you grab the wrist and you push the wrist inside your body. Then with your other hand, you're gonna grab his tricep almost in the armpit, not on his elbow, higher, almost in his armpit. You clear the arm, and as soon you clear the arm, you push your opponent back and grab the single leg, knee tight to finish him. So I'm here in the wrestling clinch. I push a little bit my opponent before he give me the resistance. As soon as he give me the resistance, I slip my thumb inside here. As soon as I grab his wrist, pushing his wrist in, grabs almost in his armpit, push him back. Sometimes when you're in the wrestling clinch position, you can't grab your opponent's wrist because it's too tight. So I have a solution for that. It's called an inside hook. I'm right here. He's too tight, so I can't grab his wrist. It's impossible. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull him a little bit, and he's gonna give me a resistance back. So as soon as I pull him, he resists to me. That's the key. It's a trap. So I pull him, he resists to me, and now usually he gives me his leg forward to avoid me to pull him. So look at this leg. I pull him. Oh, he gives me this leg. I go here. And it's an ankle pick right now. When I'm doing the ankle pick, I'm gonna break this position down. You give me the resistance, up, step in here. Look, I put my knee on the ground, my hand on his knee, right, the back of his knee, and my other hand on his back. I don't push forward here. I push in 45 degree, and with this leg on the ground, help me to push him. And then I finish like this. So still from the wrestling clinch position, you can't grab his wrist. Sometimes you can't, you know, do the inside hook. And I'll give you a third option on that position. So I'm right here in the wrestling clinch. I'm gonna grab his lat here. You see my hand? I grab his lat. So I keep him very close to me. I'm gonna step back, and in the same time I step back, I pull him to me like this, and I take I grab under his leg, and I keep my motion going and until I put him down. So I'm right here. I give him a resistance. He push me back. As soon as he push me back, I take the side mount, side control. I push. All right, my fourth option for the wrestling clinch. It's, you know, for the takedowns, I can show you many techniques that I want, but certainly, you like technique better than others. So you have to choose which technique is work well for you. Which technique do you prefer? And it's normal. You can't like all the techniques. It's like everything. You have to choose a proper way to do a takedown, you know. And that's why I show you many techniques. Like that, you can choose what you want. The other solution is you're in the wrestling clinch. You pull the guy. So like that, he give you the legs. You grab inside his knee, and look what I'm gonna do with this arm. I'm gonna run towards him, and I'm gonna pull this hand, pull my hand right now, pull my hand and try to pull his leg in the same time and run towards him. And with this arm, I'm gonna do like I'm a baseball pitcher, like this. Okay, sometimes it's impossible to take your opponent down when you're in the wrestling clinch. You need, especially in the UFC, you need to use defense to your own advantage. And that's what I'm gonna show you right now. Sometimes you try many techniques in the wrestling clinch, but the guy just defends and he's very hard to take down. You need to put him against the fence. So I'll show you a good technique to put your opponent down when he's against the fence. But first of all, to bring him against the fence, a good way to do it is you fake, you're going for this leg. So he's gonna step back this leg, or he's gonna put his weight backward a little bit. And when he put his weight backward, you just keep pushing him until he's against the fence. Look at my arm right now. My arm here, go more deep as possible. I'm going deep right here and put my hand against the fence. I try to put his back flat against the fence. That's my strategy, because if he defends and pulling his butt against the fence, it's very hard for me to put him down because I can't reach his leg like this, you see? So when I push him, I have to make sure I'm very deep right here. My underhook is very deep, and I keep the pressure on him. So the other thing too, I have to reach his wrist, put his wrist against the fence, and my knee have to be outside here. So like that, I have the perfect control against him. Once I get that, I go for the single leg out head inside. I'm going here. Here I grab my forearm. Defend un peu, David. Even if he, right now, even if he defend, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull and lift him in the same time. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm here, I fake. Up. When I lift him, I don't only lift him, I pull him away against the fence, because sometimes a guy can cheat, can hold the fence, and to put him down, I have to put his back down. So if I just lift him and put him down, sometimes he's gonna go like this, and he's gonna try to back up. So it's very important to put him down completely like this. I'm in a clinch, I want to put him against the fence. I fake the single, I push him, my hand very deep here, push his ribs, go in the crouch, right here with my arms. No. Finish the takedown, right here. Take the side. Sometimes this technique doesn't work because your opponent is a good wrestler. He's able to keep away your arm in your crouch. So when you keep away your arm in your crouch, he's able to take the wizard, and the wizard is the defense against a single leg and head inside. So I'll show you a counter to the counter. Try to push my opponent, same position, push his back against the fence here. Then I grab the single, but he did the wizard. You see right now, I can't lift him because he put his knee inside here. And he cranked my shoulder right now. So that's the defense. So look closely right now. What I'm gonna do, you hold my wrist. With this hand, I'm gonna free my arm here. You see, he hold my wrist. Up, I'm gonna free my hand, hold his wrist, and pull his ankle back. Like this. And go for the takedown. Try to go for the first technique. Doesn't work. I have to free my hand up. Up. Knee outside. You take the wizard, I can't lift him. Free my hand. And go for the takedown. I'll show you my weightlifting program right now. I lift weight maybe once, twice a week. I'm not a bodybuilder, and the way we train, like for professional MMA fighter, the way we train, it's not the same as bodybuilder. So you will see my training, it's a lot more hard, you know, hard for the heart, because the way I train, it's more cardiovascular. So the goal of my training is not to become with bigger arm. For sure, it's gonna develop my muscle. It's gonna make me stronger and faster. But it's the goal of it's to help make my heart stronger, to pump the blood in my muscle, give me the explosion during the fight. So every sequence is followed by 4 different exercises. It's a superset. It's a superset of 4 different exercises, and in each 4 different exercises, I have to do 10 reps. So enjoy and watch me do it for you. And the first sequence is focus more on the chest and the back. One thing very important too that I forgot to tell you, I almost forgot. When you lift weight, try to never be alone, because when you're alone, you can't push yourself to your maximum. Because sometimes when you push yourself to your maximum, you can't lift the bar. You need somebody you need a spot to help you. You know, it's very important. When you're alone, it's good to train, but you can't push really to your maximum. Like now, I don't lift heavy charge because I'm alone. I don't want to take the risk to injure myself. So let's go. Let's get it on. The first set is done. I have to do 2 more. I have to repeat this sequence 3 times. So, and between each break, between each sequence, I have to take like a minute and a half break, because now my heart is pumping. The next sequence is more for the legs and the calf. It's gonna give you the power kick and to go for something to run. And that's the exercise who kill me the most. It's the most difficult one. Why? Because the leg is the strongest part of our body, and with the leg you can lift some very heavy charge. One thing I forgot to say before I start this training is try to always train with a partner. Never try to do this alone, because when you're alone, you don't have a spot and you can enjoy yourself. So sometimes you don't have choice. Like right now I'm alone, but I lift very light charge. I don't try to lift a heavy charge. So be careful with that and try to find a partner to train with you. The next exercise is more for the back and the abs. It's also for the core strength. So core strength is very important in mixed martial art, and that's why with core strength we can lift and lift people and slam people down. So, and also strike, because a punch, the strength of a punch come by this, doesn't come by the arm. If we have big arm, doesn't mean we hit harder than somebody who have small arm. The punch is coming by the core strength, the core strength and the foot on the ground. So I'll show you the next sequence. It's always 4 sets of 10 reps each. So let's go. This is it for this one. For the last superset, it's actually the last one for today. It's a combo of 4 supersets, 10 reps each, same thing. It's more for the shoulder, traps, bicep, tricep, and forearm. So enjoy again. So that's it. I just finished. Right now, I suggest you when you finish this training to go take a good shower, because if you did it good, you must stink a little bit. So have a good shower and take a break before your other training tonight. Thank you and enjoy it. Another part of my conditioning training is the sprint. Sprint, you can do it like once, twice a week. It's very, very hard. For your cardio, it's very hard, and it's gonna help you to recuperate between the round. So it's all about this. It's all about the heart. So the way it's work is, so first of all, you have to buy good shoes. You know, not normal shoes. To do the sprint, you need to have a good shoes made for it, you know, good running shoes. And don't do it in the street, because if you do it in the street, the ground is not made for it. You can, maybe not the first time, but maybe after a couple sprint training, you're gonna start have pain to your knee, pain to your lower back. That's what happened to me the first time I started, because it's so hard. So you have to do it properly. Buy a good shoes and sprint in a track and field place, you know, a place not in the street. The street it's too hard. You have to sprint in a place it's made for it. So then after, when you're ready to do it, before to start, you have to warm up. Like you have to jog like 5 minutes before you start running. Jog like 5 minutes just to warm up yourself, and then you can stretch a little bit your legs and your arms, and then when you're ready, you start to do like a sprint of 30 seconds. Okay, you sprint for 30 seconds, and then after the 30 seconds, you stop and you time yourself. You time 1.5 minute break, 90-second break. During this break, you can walk like this, you know, take a good breath. And then after, you do it again, 30-second sprint and up, 90-second break. You do it 3 times. After the 3rd time, okay, you take your 90-second break. You start to reduce your time of sprint, but when you reduce your time of sprint, you reduce your break too. So after the 90-second break, you take a 20-second break, 20-second sprint. So you sprint for 20 seconds. When you stop, you take 60-second break. You do it 3 times, okay? You do it 3 times, and during your break, I know you're very tired, but don't doing this. When you're doing this, it's the worst thing you can do. It's like when you drink a Pepsi, you know. If you bend your straw, the juice not gonna, the liquid not gonna pass. Same thing for you. During your break, if you bend your body like this, the oxygen not gonna pass. So you have to walk, even if it's hard, walk and keep walking like this. You know, I know it's very hard. So you take a 1-minute break for a 20-second sprint. So you did it 3 times again, and to finish, after your 60-second break, the third one, the last time, you do like 10-second sprint, but 30-second break. You do it for 3 times too. So after you're done, so you remember, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel like shit, you know. You don't feel like to go to lift weight or go do your sprint. The thing is, don't reduce the intensity of your training, but reduce the time of your training. Keep the same intensity, and sometimes you feel like shit, you know. But as soon you're gonna start training, you're gonna feel like you want to do more and more and more. You're gonna do like a normal training. So this is little thing that I just want to let you know. You know, it's very important. And remember, you know, the harder is your training, the easier is the fight. So train hard, and you're gonna see the result in the ring or in the octagon. Thank you. The first technique I'll show you, it's a technique of mix ground and pound and a ankle lock, a heel hook. It's from a top position in half guard. So first of all, I'm in half guard. I'm in the half guard of my opponent. He protects himself very well. So to cause damage, the first thing I would do is grab his wrist, grab his left wrist with my left hand. Then create a space. I can punch to the body, and when I go to the head, I control his arm. I can, you know, doing this, and I don't let go his wrist. I keep his wrist here. His defense from here, he's gonna put his knee in my middle section and create a distance between me and him. That's the defense to avoid the ground and pound from here. Right now, when he's doing this, look at my foot here. I'm gonna put hooks right inside here and grab his knee and bring it with me when I fall down here and close the triangle. And then after, I switch for the heel hook right there. It's very important to close the triangle, because when I have the triangle closed, even if you roll this way, my legs are locked. I can't, you know, like this, he can't roll this way, and if he try on the other way, I block him with this knee. So I block him with my leg here, and I block him with this knee. And if he's very strong, and he rolled by himself because he's very strong, I roll with him because my legs are locked. You see? So I don't lose my position. I can continue and pull out the submission, even if he rolls. So I'm here. Grab his wrist, create a space, boom, boom, he defends himself. He create a space, now I can't reach him. Put the hooks in, fall back with the knee. The second one is it's almost the same thing. It's a ground pound and following by another ankle lock. But this time it's not a heel hook, it's a ankle lock. It's basically the same thing than last time. I try to control him, I try to make damage, he blocked very well. So I grab his wrist with his left wrist with my left hand. So I create a space, boom, and up, elbow, elbow. Now he's gonna put his knee again, and he's gonna protect himself. But I switch for the ankle lock right here. You see? Very important. My thumb have to be close to my hand. Not take his ankle like this. Like this. You're gonna have like 25 more power. Like you grab a Kimura. Exactly the same thing. So right here, I take it off. His knee in my middle section. I roll and I close my leg here. So like this, when I close my leg and tighten my knees, he can't kick my leg. He can't kick my hands to take it to get out. So I can finish him right here with the ankle lock. Boom, boom. Doesn't work well. Grab his wrist. Boom, and when I'm going to hit his face, I take it off his hand. Bang, bang. Create a space. He protect himself. Go for the ankle. Roll, tight my leg, and finish him right here. When the ankle lock doesn't work, you can go for something else. I'm in the same position and in half guard. Exactly the same start. I'm here. I try to find a way to cause damage. He protect himself very well. Grab his wrist, create a space. Boom, boom. He put his knee in. I try to grab his ankle, but he push his leg. So as soon as he's doing this, I go on top of him and I trap his arm here. You see my elbow? I trap his arm against his own body. But I'm still in his half guard right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fake like I'm going for the mount position. I'm gonna make him believe I'm going for the mount position. He's gonna push my knee. As soon as he push my knee, I grab the Kimura right now. Then I take it off at the Kimura. I going back on my both knee. Stand up, make him tap. If it doesn't work, because the guy sometimes is really strong, he stretch his arm. I'm going back down and go for the straight arm lock here. You see, it's like a motorcycle. All the move is on the wrist right now. Like this, make him tap there. Sometimes still doesn't work. He bent his arm again, like this. It still doesn't work, and he hold his pants here. So I can't submit him. I have to pass my leg over the head and sit on it. Like this, I can sometimes pull his arm and finish him from here. But sometimes he's still too strong. He keep grabbed here. He's still too strong. I have a last option from here. I roll on my right shoulder and I will bring his head up like this. You see? I roll and I keep it very tight. And from here, I'm gonna push with my leg and pull with my arm to lose the grip, and then I have to keep him in the half guard though. You see this leg? This leg is tight, like that he can't roll. You see, if he try to roll, I grab him here. If he try to roll, I roll with him. I'm gonna follow him, and I'm gonna be able to finish him right here. In the half guard again. Try to find a way to cause damage. Doesn't work. Wrist, boom, boom, put his knee, kick his leg up, grab here. Make him believe I'm going for a mount. He blocked me. Kimura. Kimura one time. Straight arm lock. All in the wrist. You see, I towards my wrist here. Like this. Then I come back, pass my leg over. Break the loose. And if it still doesn't work, I roll and I keep my leg tight. And then I push with my leg and pull with my arm. Break his grip and finish him right here. Here he protect himself very well. Boom, doesn't work. Boom, boom. One, two, three, four. The fourth option you have. So, same start. I'm here, he protect himself. So, bang, bang, doesn't work. Grab his wrist, boom, and go for ground and pound. Create a space. Go for an ankle lock, doesn't work, you kick. So, I'm back in this position. Same thing. Make him believe I'm going for a mount. Grab the Kimura. Sit back. 1, 2. We already seen that. And now that's where it's changed. Until he's going to bend his arm again, he pull his arm up. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna follow him with this hand, and look what I'm gonna do. Here I'm gonna stack his arm on between me and him. You see, he's here, and then I'm gonna try to put my chin on his thighs. Right here to block his arm and put my other arm under him. Grab my bicep and grab my elbow on the other side like this. He can't take it up his arm. I said his arm is strapped here. Once I have him here, I go on the thumb of my foot. I try to pass this leg on the other side. Walk, 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 and go for a side choke. Boom, boom, same start. Grabbing here. Ground and pound, he create a space. Go for his ankle. He let me come in. Up, I trap his arm here. Here. Even if you try to take off his arm doesn't work. Try to take off his arm, he can't. And if some people ask me another question. If he try to bridge me, what I do? Look, if he try to bridge me, I grab here. I grab his leg here, or I can go inside. Try to bridge me again. No. You try again. You see? I grab here. I block his bridge by doing this. So I make him believe I'm going for a mount. He block my leg. Grab the Kimura, put his arm down, and I use his arm to give me a swing to back up. Here. 1, 2, and now he go on the other side. I'll bring his arm up, block it right here, go for a side choke. I'm very tight. I put all my weight forward, step other side, and then go for a side choke. Now I'll show you a basic sequence, but from the guard when you're on the bottom. So this one is more a defensive, it's more a counter-puncher technique. So I'm on the bottom here, and my opponent, he land a big left hand right here. So I block the left hand, I pull him with my legs. Very important. My legs here, I have to use my leg and my hips. It's not only jiu-jitsu. Remember, the guy on top, he can't hit you. So it's very important. Keep my hands here, and when the guy hit me, don't try to just block the punch. Pull him in the same time to make him outbalance. So when he punch me, pull him here, block his punch, wrap his arm here, and hold his head down and close my guard. Very important. My guard was still closed, but keep it tight. Once I'm there, now I'm very defensive here. He can't hit me. The only thing he can do to me is punch me to the body right here, but it's not gonna cause a lot of damage. So right here, what I'm doing, I go inside with my forearm inside his bicep, put both foot on the hips, and hold his tricep here, and keep my knee very tight. That's a good way to defend myself now. And now I slide my arm to his wrist. Like that, he can't punch me. Even if he try, I hold him very tight here. So sometimes he tries to punch me with this arm. What I'm doing, I just let him crank his arm, and when he crank it, pass my leg over and triangle my leg right now. Once I get this, hold my both hands together and just lift my hips, and it's not a triangle choke, it's like a kind of a armbar. I crank his arm right here. Sometimes to defend this situation, the guy gonna turn this side. So he's gonna turn this side, and I'm gonna switch for omoplata. And back up and finish him. So I'm right here. He land a big left hand, pull him, block at the same time, and protect myself. I go inside with my forearm, scoop my hips a little bit to give me space to put my both foot on his hips. When he tried to shot, I keep my hand on his wrists. I pass my leg over, go for the armbar. When he defend it, the only way he can defend it is turn his arm here. Like that, I can't crank it. But with this hand, I go under his leg, go for omoplata. And then I can back up, turn my foot out, and finish him. I'll show you another sequence from that position. It's very easy to do it, but you have to use it to the proper time. So I'm in the same position, okay? Same thing. It's called a MMA guard. You know what I use right now is I'm right here. He land a punch. I pull him, wrap his arm, and hold his head. That's the MMA guard right here. It's the best guard to have for MMA. So I put my both foot on his hips and hold his wrist right here. That's the best way to defend yourself on the bottom and knees tight. Like that, I can submit him many ways, but he can't do any damage to me. But the thing is, sometimes I try to pass my leg for a triangle right here or for an armbar, but he put all his weight forward. So he put his weight forward like this. So I can't pass my leg. He put his weight forward. So what I'm gonna do, I kick my legs up right here, and it's gonna give me a space to go for a Kimura. And then to finish him, I have to scoop my hips sideways and push him down with this leg and finish him right here. So I'm here, he land a punch, up. So I take the MMA guard right here. I go for a triangle, doesn't work because he put his weight forward. So I kick my leg up, have a space for Kimura, scoop my hips, then finish him. The idea is with the Kimura is bend his arm to 90 degrees and then after crank it. But first of all, you have to bend his arm. If he's like this, if I try to crank it, he's gonna get out. So I have to bend first and then crank it with all my body, not only with my arm, like this, with all my body. It's all my body strength against his arm. So, regular speed. I'll show you a little sequence when you're on mount control. It's happened all the time in MMA fight. You're on top of your opponent. So you land big shot and your opponent turn his back. So as soon as he turns his back, you have to put your hooks in, and right away, as soon as he turns his back, don't let him the time to think about it. Slide your forearm inside and go for a rear naked choke right here. Flat him up, and then you can, with all your body, you can just choke him like this. When you do the rear naked choke, it's very important. People think rear naked choke, it's like this, you know, you have to extend your body. No, it's the opposite way. When you're doing a rear naked choke, you flat him up. First of all, when I'm on top of him, I flat him up. But when it's time to choke him, I have to use my abs to bend on the other side, like this. Very important. People doing the opposite way. They flat him up and they keep trying to extend their body. No, when the guy is flat, then you go for the choke. You use your body to, like this, to choke him. Just gonna. Here you bend forward like this, not on the other side. So I'll do it one more time. It's very basic technique. But sometimes people don't know how to use it well. So I land big shot, he turns his back, put my hooks in, slide in, flat him up, and then look what I'm gonna do. I push on the other side to choke him. Sometimes the guy protects his neck very well and it's almost impossible to choke him. So I have other options for you. Same start. I'm here, I land big shot. I'm landing big shot. Boom, he turns his back. Put my hooks in. Go for a rear naked choke. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. So first of all, I tighten my hand together in his armpit right here. I keep him very tight. Then I go grab his wrist like I'm going for a Kimura. Once I get that, I'm gonna move my hips away and switch for an armbar. And at the end, I change my grip. At the end, when I almost got it, I go for his wrist with my both hand, close my knee, and lift my hips up. So I land big shot, boom, boom. You don't want to take the punishment. He turn, try to choke him, doesn't work. Doesn't work. I control him right here. Lock on my wrist, switch my hips, and then at the last moment, go for his wrist, tighten my knee and submit him with an armbar from the back. I'll show you a couple drill that you can make to improve your ground and pound abilities, and I'll show you a couple little details that is very important to know when you want to cause more damage on the ground to your opponent. So let's start from the guard. When I'm on top of my opponent, right here, one thing you can do, okay? The best thing you can do from here is to control your opponent, is to control his wrist. Don't let your opponent have the control of your wrist, because if he controls you, you can't do nothing. So you have to find a way to roll it out and control his wrist. If you control his wrist like this, you're in control of the fight. So you can land elbows, punch, and everything. But if you want to land a big punch, it's very important to raise one leg, and like this. For example, when I raise my right leg, my right hand come my biggest weapon, or my right elbows. Okay. If I raise my left hand, my left leg, my left arm become my biggest elbow. So you can start on your knees like this, and boom, 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 and then bang. When you raise your leg, that means you're gonna go for a power shot. So, because when you raise your leg, you use your leg to push your body and swing your body on the other side, so you have more power. Another very important thing that I want to tell you, it's when you land a elbow from your opponent's guard, because the guy sometimes protect himself like this. If you land an elbow like this, like everybody else doing, you're not gonna cause damage. If you wanna land a big elbow, it's very important. First of all, raise your leg, and your elbow have to come from the sky, if you know what I'm saying. Come from the sky, and come like this, not sideways. Come on top. So I'm here, come on top like this. The elbow gonna go, gonna pass between his both arm. If I'm doing it like this, he's gonna block it. If I'm doing it like this, he's gonna pass, and the point of my elbow gonna cut his face. So you can mix it out very well. So I'm here, boom, boom, and when I feel I want to do a power punch, bang, boom. Body head, that's the key. Body, when he blocked to the body, boom, to the head. Another very good thing to know in ground and pound is how to use your knees on the ground. Some guys, they use their knees, they knee their opponent, but they don't know how to do it. Never, when you're doing a knee, always bring your leg up. You know, you see, my knee is not on the ground. My leg is up and then, boom, I have more power because the power of a knee come off the hips. And if I let my knee on the ground here, I have no hips power. You see, my hips stay in the same spot. If I lift my leg, now, I have a lot more power like this. Very important. That's a little thing that I want to tell you. Other thing, when you're very close to the guy like this, for example, you can use it. It's when the guy, his head, he tries to close the distance with his head, and you have no power to strike him like this. What you can do is push his head, and he's gonna try to close the distance, or let him come and boom. When he's coming, just go for the elbow. You let him come, boom. You push, and when he's coming, bang. You push on the ground, and when he's coming, boom. It's worked very well. It's not like a big shot, but at long term, you can cut his space. You can cause a lot of damage. Always from the side control. Sometimes the guy grab you very tight. So you're here, and you know you can't really do damage. So what you can do is take your forearm, put it in your opponent's throat right here, and put my hand very solid on the ground, and look what I'm gonna do. He hold me very tight, so I can't strike him. So I leave him on the air and slam his head down. Boom! Until he let me go. Boom! Boom, like this with all my body. When he let me go now, I can finish him. It's very damageable because when I'm doing this, I use the ground as a weapon. His brain taking some serious shot. You can use this from mount position too. When I'm on mount position, sometimes I have no space to strike him. I can, you know, do like open hand into his ears like this, but it's not gonna cause a lot of damage. What I can do is the same thing. Put my both hand on the ground and do like push up, but use the ground against himself. Bang! Bang! Until he let me go. Boom! When he let me go, boom! Cross face to stand up, and then I can finish him. That's some little thing then you can use in MMA to doing a lot of damage on ground and pound.